Liberia challenges and exploring opportunities for sustainable energy development. According to the release, the World Bank, as a crucial partner in Liberia's energy transformation, has supported several initiatives to improve electricity access, strengthen energy infrastructure, and enhance operational efficiency. LEC intermanagement team has welcomed the visit as an opportunity to highlight progress made in the energy sector, including ongoing projects to expand generation capacity and address energy losses. The release, however, said that the team is expected to discuss future plans to enhance Liberia in energy sustainability and ensure reliable power supply for the nation. Aggrieved residents of Peace Island community in Congo Town early Monday staged a peaceful protest demanding justice for the late Mike Colley. According to the aggrieved residents, the late Mike Colley was killed in a mob violence Friday, January 10, 2025. They said since the incident, the Liberia National Police is yet to launch an investigation to ensure perpetrators account for their unlawful actions. The aggrieved Peace Island community dwellers, however, frowned at police silence on the matter, terming it as alarming and scaring. Meanwhile, they are calling on government to ensure a robust security sector that will ensure the safety of citizens in different parts of the country. The death of Macaulay brings the total three persons that have been stoned to death in less than a month by angry crowd. The former president of the Liberia Council of Churches has called on officials of government to engage with other challenges and prevailing situations in the country. Bishop Cotton Brown said the many events categorized with crisis does argue with the country. Addressing a press conference during the weekend, Bishop Brown said the high degree of anger, disagreement, and hatred among officials should calm the attention of the heads of three branches of the government. The former president of the Liberia Council of Churches stressed the need government officials to discuss their differences and solve the many problems in the country. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning has reportedly assured the armed forces of Liberia to make available 1.3 million United States dollars to transport some military equipment donated to the EFL by African Union. The Chief of Staff of the EFL, Major General Davison Foley, disclosed that Finance Minister Augustin Gaffroy gave the assurance of President Joseph Walker. Speaking in a live phone in radio show on Monday, Major General Fowler put the military equipment donated to the AFL over 20 million United States dollars. According to the general, these equipments, including trucks, caterpillars, among many others, and 3 years spare parts were donated to the AFL in little over 1 year now. A group under the banner Concerned Citizens of the Bapaloo County has threatened on specific actions against Bapaloo County Superintendent Zamzina over alleged negligence of his duties. Speaking to reporters at Capitol on Monday, the group alleged that Superintendent Zina has overstepped his bound by unilaterally making decisions on behalf of citizens of the county. They stated that Superintendent Zina has reportedly failed to conduct district sitting to inform citizens of the county about issues and key decisions. These citizens threaten to resist the Bapaloo County Superintendent if he fails to listen to the plight of the young people, giving him 30 days ultimatum. The University of Liberia Student Union has alarmed over critical challenges hindering academic and social progress at this state-run university. In a statement delivered on Monday, January 13, also President Jacqueline Timban named financial corruption credential falsification, and inadequate classroom performances by lecturers, among others, as major issues that demand urgent attention. During a press conference, Madam Tingba called for immediate action to address these concerns, warning that inefficiency and corruption continue to threaten the university's mission. She also called on President Joseph Walker to prioritize funding the University of Liberia, citing underfunding by successive governments as a persistent barrier to progress. Despite these challenges, also expressed optimism about the leadership of Dr. Lady Mapayan, describing her as a new day for the institution. The student body called for collaboration among faculty, administration, and government to address resource constraints, improve infrastructure, and enhance the quality of education. In a related development, the Vanguard Student Unification Party has endorsed Jacqueline Tingban as also president. In a statement, SOUP announced the recall of its former standard bearer, Mirike Kula, and expressed confidence in Tingban's ability to lead. Also is also encouraging students to engage in academic and social activities, stressing the importance of unity and collective actions. The former Assistant Director for Cybersecurity and Intelligence at the National Security, Joseph Jake Brown, has cautioned President Walker to eradicate the partnership appointments in government. According to Jake Brown, regardless of political affiliation, they are citizens with experience in all sectors and they must be given chance to contribute to national development. Brown made these comments in an interview with Kear News in Pearl River Monday. The former assistant director revealed that Liberia will progress if all citizens jointly support the government's agenda and not only the Unity Party. An elder of Kamara Town in Pearl River District 17 has described numerous challenges confronting citizens of the area. Speaking in an interview with Kear News, Vani Colley named the lack of community center, public health facility, amongst other confronting the livelihood of residents. He noted that the current situation has posed serious danger to the lives of citizens, calling for immediate intervention. United Blind Association of Liberia has elected new corps officers to govern the affairs of the organization. Those elected are Wilfred Gilwan, President Vani Momo, Vice President David Dober, Secretary, and Emmanuel Yampia, Financial Secretaries. In remarks, President-elect Wilfred Gilwan thanked supporters and all participating individuals for the successful process, urging them to unite. Welcome back. Montserrado County Senator Darius DeLone has expressed frustration over what he describes as poor state of governance, amazed that Boakakun administration is failing on campaign promises. Second session of the 55th National Legislature begins as pro tempore Yomli Kanga Lawrence challenges lawmakers to remain steadfast in fulfilling their legislative duties. Former ruling National Patriotic Party Chairman Emeritus describes Unity Party-led government as failure. Chief Cyril Ireland says increasing lawmakers' benefits shows total neglect of ordinary Liberians. And away from Liberia, at least 16 civilians in Nigeria northwestern Zamfara state have been killed in a military airstrike, apparently after being mistaken for criminal gangs. Let's now bring you more developments, starting with this one. With just 1 year in the Unity Party led government, Montserrado County Senator and ranking member of the ruling establishment, Ibrahim Darius DeLone, has expressed dissatisfaction over the governance of the state. Senator DeLon expressed his frustration over the governance of Liberia, stating that the Bwaka Kun administration is gradually drafting off its campaign promises.
We got to discipline ourselves with time. The honeymoon period, the period for popping is done. It's time for
I
us
said
to
put a
work.
theme song
I
up.
think we have set the stage. It is time to
Yeah,
be
but I was like
repentant.
this. Put
You
a
know,
theme song up.
when a new government takes over, they think anything about the Americans, they will confront people, ain't no time to get the
No, you could
executive
have
to the
just put up. I
government.
would have said it.
So most of the people, not all, there are some people that the Senate did not agree with.
I don't know
What
why
we
it
did,
feels
what we
like
did not do, maybe that some of you did not know, we did not pass all nominees. There were some people who the Senate did not agree with. We laid through our committee on executive to lay with the executive matter to withdraw the vote. Or to just remove them from the nomination list. Those who were put on the floor will get the president free hand to run his government in the first place to settle. Because if it's too technical and all that stuff, the government will not even run because imagine February 11, 2024, when the head of white spoke to the state, the country, February, the country did not have a defense minister. The country privately did not have a defense minister. The security was in uncertainty. So I just gave you this instance where after election, the honeymoon period where he gave the executive what especially what the executive wants in terms of the personnel that the executive wants to work with, unless there's something very significant and consequential with a nominee that person should not be part about anything other on the ordinary. You give the president.
the voice of Monserrato County Senator Abraham Darius Delon there speaking. The Liberian National Legislature has reconvened for the sitting of the second session of the 55th National Legislature. Speaking Monday during the opening session, Senate Pro Tempore Yomli Kanga Lawrence outlined the accomplishments of the first session, highlighting legislation passed and other instruments in committee rooms.
This number from January to December 2024. Total legislation fact 27, ratification 18, amendments 3, enactment 6, nominee confirmed 996, legislation in committee room 40. As a result of these reports, I wish to inform all committees that the agenda for the first 3 months will focus on all bills in committee room. Report on a weekly basis as of Tuesday, January 21st, 2025, all bills in committee room. Failure to submit on 2 occasions will result in the stepping out of ACA committee or committee of the whole to expedite these processes. The Secretary of the Senate will officially communicate to all relevant committees tomorrow, January 14th. You know, I come with the questions that I needed to be clarified. I'm asked to amend chapter 31.
The Senate pro tempore Yomli Kanga Lawrence then speaking. The chairman emeritus of the former ruling National Patriotic Party has described the entire system in the Unity Party led government as failure and business as usual. Chief Siri Allen said the executive and judicial branches have worsened the situation for their total disregard of attaching importance to the crisis at the House of Representatives. Speaking in a local radio show in Monrovia, Chief Allen pointed out that all the branches of the government have failed miserably in the last few months.
The legislature is unpatriotic. The fact that they gave themselves $20 million in the budget for their benefits and whatnot tells you that they are not patriotic and they are not guided by constraints that govern human conduct. And we have to tell them that. We have to ask them to do better. We have to ask them to initiate to get investors in our country to bring factories and industry. They have to review the concessions that are existing in the country with the aim of doing better. Look at Cape Cod and Bonny area. You got a gold mining company there making millions of dollars every month.
and paying us real peanuts called in royalty. How can a country in contemporary time give somebody the right to mine gold, prepare gold bullion, ship them out of the country, and give us royalty and give us peanuts when the basis of our currency is gold value? I don't understand that. The concessions were all here said that they are going to make the country better. They will build clinics. They will employ Liberians. They will give Liberians jobs. They will give contracts to Liberia. They're not doing that, and no legislator, no
It
executive
is
branch
not.
of government is putting their feet to the fire to do these things for our people. We are concerned about these things. I'm talking as an elderly statesman, not as a, I'm not a
But
partisan of
still,
any
you're
of the
supposed to
groups.
open your
I
microphone.
don't claim to be a partisan. I am a nationalist.
You are
I'm a
making me
patriotic
with the
citizen. I've
bills.
always said I've criticized each and every government and supported them where they went right. And I will continue to do that as an elderly statesman. I'm not taking sides, but I'm telling you people, I'm telling the public exactly what needs to be done to make our country better. Businessmen, local collaborators are not getting any advantage. There are no extraordinary incentive for business people. You go for a contract, and East Indian or Lebanese will win the contract before you. Well, it's business as usual in the country.
The chairman emeritus of the former ruling National Patriotic Party, Chief Cyril Allender speaking, President Joseph Walker on Monday welcomed a World Bank delegation on a two-day visit in Liberia. The delegation two-day visit will highlight the World Bank Group's new five-year strategic plan and include meetings with senior officials and project tours. Speaking to journalists following the delegation arrival, World Bank Vice President for Western and Central Africa Usman Dagana praised Liberia's progress under the arrest agenda.
Great. As you know, right after the election as President of Liberia, His Excellency Washington, and this is the honor for us to meet with him, share and also recite his vision and his priority. So we are here as this, for this mission to democratize as a country and embrace stability not only on the political front but also on the economic front in order to create better conditions for people to have access to services, including for youth to have access to jobs. The World Bank has a long-term partnership with Liberia in the context of our mission. We discussed the
Right
different
after
contours
outro
and
me,
principles
you should play
for
Brazen
this
James.
partnership. Uh, the president has been very generous with his time in sharing with us the vision which he found was to took over the leadership of the council and called for urgent and more robust support for government partners, including the World Bank. So we are absolutely committed to continue to work with Liberia to support the new RS agenda that has been defined and do so in the context of a new country partnership framework that we are preparing. This is one of the main reasons of this meeting that we have not only by
World Bank Vice President for Western and Central Africa Usman Dagana there speaking. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. If you're just tuning in, you are listening to Care News Line, 45 minutes of news, views, and analysis on Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our global community. Today is Tuesday, January 14, 2025, and I'm Mariama Jallo presenting. These are stories topping the headlines. Monserrato County Senator Darius DeLone expressed frustration over what he described as poor state of governance, admits that the Wakakun administration is failing on campaign promises. Second session of the 55th National Legislature begins as pro tempore. Youngly Kanga Lawrence challenges lawmakers to remain steadfast in fulfilling their legislative duties. Former ruling National Patriotic Party Chairman Emeritus describes a Unity Party led government as failure. Chief Siri Allen says increase in lawmakers' benefits shows total neglect of ordinary Liberians. And away from home, at least 16 civilians in Nigeria, northwest Zamfara state have been killed in a military airstrike, apparently after being mistaken for criminal gangs. Let's now bring you more developments, starting with this one. Aggrieved residents of Peace Island community in Congo town early Monday stated a peaceful protest demanding justice for the late Macaulay. According to the aggrieved residents, the late Macaulay was killed in a mob violence Friday, January 10, 2025. They said since the incident, the Liberian National Police is yet to launch an investigation to ensure perpetrators account for their unlawful actions.
We are protesting because of the killing of the death of our March 40 a.m. in the morning, for truth with him. He's a capital man of pleasure. He do a pleasure job. He was going to work. He told the people, I am not a criminal. I'm going to work. I don't want work to do ordinary stuff. I get money. I'm going to put a taxi material together. They say he's a criminal. And then myself, no, I am not a criminal. So if I own I'm criminal, well, then let's go to the police station because the police station can get let me say a 5 second to be to the table. And the people in center they said no, they can't do it now. They should stay before you. They were we don't know the amount, but it was many because I'm not one person. If you go for the city, you will see the question I went on there were not easy. Right to the project before we see the police station, the part of the police station. So we are the security and the digital people as well. We are one. We are all one. We are all African. Nigeria and Guinea, we are one family. So people coming here to talk about their age and they staying there for no reason. I think it will not be a good news for us. It will not represent us because Nigeria live in Guinea also. Nigeria live in Guinea and live their freedom. So we all will have to live their freedom. We don't have security. We need security. Because we only have one instance, and when we're in the one instance, we don't want to.
Aggrieved residents of Peace Island community in Congo town. The University of Liberia Students' Union also has alarmed over critical challenges in hindering academic and social progress at the state-run university. Also, President Jacqueline Tingba named financial corruption, credential falsification, and inadequate classroom performances by lecturers, among others, as major issues that demand urgent attention.
The challenges of financial corruption, inadequate class and performances, potential participation, structural deficits, and massive merit in every student activity are just two of the many obstacles that have undermined academic growth and social development at the state-run university. Also wants to categorically inform you, Madam President, that those who are the perpetrators of these elected acts are well alive and determined to go at any length in sustaining this flawed system which only benefits them and not the purpose of education. Also stands ready to fight along with you in our quest of instituting reforms at any cost. It is our hope that the work of experience, innovative spirit, and unwavering dedication to academic excellence will undoubtedly chart a progressive course for the institution. As students, we remain optimistic about the ability to foster a culture of collaboration, inclusiveness, and academic vision that will elevate the university to higher heights. All students take pride in its tradition of advocating for students' welfare.
The former president of the Liberia Council of Churches has called on officials of government to engage with each other to challenge and prevailing situations in the country. Bishop Kotu Brown said the many events categorized with crisis does argue well for the country. Addressing a press conference during the weekend, Bishop Brown said the high degree of anger, disagreement, and hatred among officials should claim the attention of the heads of three branches of the government.
We will have to consult thoroughly. Engagement. This country can't go far without engagement. I've said this over and again. We're the oldest independent country in Africa. That means we're supposed to be selling ideas to other people. We're supposed to be exporting our structure, our achievements to other countries. It is our country we're supposed to come to us, come and learn from us. But we can only do that if we have great leaders who will think beyond themselves, beyond just my party, just my tribe, just my church, you think for everybody, for the whole country. And I think if we do that, it's going to fight. We're going to get somewhere like that. This 2025 is declared 2025 as a year of positive consistency. Positive consistency. This is a year where we believe that there's some level of high degree of positivity. I believe that we can make it. And I think that, and we can say a few for Liberia, to make this year of positive consistency. We can make it as a country. We can make it as a people. We can overcome our differences. We can overcome our challenges. We can do a better life for our people. We can be positive about that. We can take actions that will move us forward, not leave us behind. Yes, and that's the idea.
Former president of the Liberia Council of Churches, Bishop Kotu Brown, there speaking. The former assistant director for cybersecurity and intelligence at the National Security Agency, Joseph Jake Brown, has cautioned President Walker to eradicate the partisanship appointments in government. According to Jake Brown, regardless of political affiliation, they are citizens with experience in all sectors and they must be given a chance to contribute to national development.
Like me right now, I'm on my background comes from the US in computer cyber security. I was the first director at the NSA for cyber intelligence. I'm not saying I want to work. I do not want to work. I do not want to work. I'm more career right now. As you can see, I do not want to work. But people like me should be looked for. We should be looked for. Those who have experience, the experience should be looked for. You understand? I think at one point on Facebook, I posted on Facebook that because I'm still here. If you need my assist, I served my military government for 5 years. Also, I think Moses King director. So yeah, because what actually run this country and partisanship, people with experience and knowledge. That's what we
The voice of Cybersecurity Intelligence and National Security Agency Joseph Jake Brown, a group under the banner Concerned Citizens of the Bapalo County, has threatened on specific actions against Bapalo County Superintendent Sam Zina over alleged negligence of his duties. Speaking to reporters at the Capitol on Monday, the group alleged that Superintendent Zina has overstepped his boundary by unilaterally making decisions on behalf of citizens of the county. They stated that Superintendent Zina has reportedly failed to conduct district sitting to inform citizens of the county about issues and key decisions.
Usually, I'm the user of mobile district. I have never witnessed any district sitting for with superintendent or staff dinner. I just saw a resolution budget. I was passed there, extend the report of approval to be dispatched to me as exhausted in the country, which of course as a district leader, over district by district, and I'm in the middle of that. So, you know, raise the concern to the purpose that the same point is mathematically the company of public policy. None of the student community, they are not allowing a budget for the and yes, we reach out to them, Barbara, and fill in the consent. Then today we need to do a petition to the corporate care so that they can go through it and see the attitude and what the young people are going through with sense design the economy. Yeah, I mean, about what yeah, concern. I want to see the break on a daily basis and I see people screening it. I want to take it down. And this is the time.
A group under the banner Concerned Citizens of the Buffalo County. The Ministry of Finance and Development Planning has reportedly assured the armed forces of Liberia to make available 1.3 million United States dollars to transport some military equipment donated to the AFL by African Union. The Chief of Staff of the AFL, Major General Davison Foley, disclosed that Finance Minister Augustin Gafoua gave the assurance of President Joseph Walker. We are sorry we cannot bring you that voice. United Blind Association of Liberia has elected new corps of officers to govern the affairs of the organization. Those elected are Wilfred Giwon, President, Vani Momo, Vice President, David Bobo, Secretary, Emmanuel Yampe, Financial Secretary. In remarks, President-elect Wilfred Gilman thanked supporters and all participating individuals for the successful process, urging them to unite.
Election was a tough one. It almost turned out into a national election, if I'm sick. But I can say leaders are born, leaders are not made. Yes. So today, the process is over. And all I can say that the organization is bigger than every one of us. In the absence of me, in the absence of anybody, United Black Association must be home. I expected this result because of the effort put in the press field process as a Cuban. Most Cuban around the world or in other organizations will relax. But I did not relax. I put every effort and every resources and strength into this process. And with all my mechanism put in place, and our first target is to unite the people because the name of the organization itself suggests who we are. There is a great division. Unity is strength, and we must be unified. There's a great division because of my vice president, who and I started in 2020, decide to back up from me and decide to run against me. So that alone for a great division. So based on that,
The voice of President-elect of the United Blind Association of Liberia. This development is taking us home, but before we go, we'll bring you a recap of the headlines. Monserrado County Senator Darius DeLon expresses frustration over what he describes as poor state of governance, amazed that the Waka Icon administration is failing on campaign promises. Second session of the 55th National Legislature begins as pro tempore Yomli Kanga Lawrence challenges lawmakers to remain steadfast in fulfilling their legislative duties. Former ruling National Patriotic Party chairman Emeritus described Unity Party-led government as a failure. Chief Siri Allen says increase in lawmakers' benefit shows total neglect to ordinary Liberians. And away from Liberia, at least 16 civilians in Nigeria northwestern Zamfara state have been killed in a military airstrike, apparently after being mistaken for criminals gang. That's how we draw down our curtains on today's edition of Kear Line. A special thanks to Sam Malba who produced and brought us the visual. My name is Mariama Jallo. On behalf of the news team, I presented Good Morning.